testimonials of people who have made it, say that I bought this program and they made this amount of money within a few weeks. That is also another possible scam, so you should try to avoid that. So other sites will depict lavish homes, cars and boats, telling you that we made this out of joining our programs. Anything that is so highly advertised and so highly given just one, you should try to avoid those because they are possible scams. Now, and also, there are some that you always, when you go to Google, you see their adverts cropping out, and it means that they spend too much money to get you, so you have to avoid that. And always, whenever you go online and you want to do something, try as much as possible to look at the record of complaints. You can just, if it is a particular program that you see online and you want to kind of test if it is a scam, you only need to go to Google and you Google that particular product and you say scam, and it's going to give you more information about that. Now, that is the introductory part of it. I want to go to just wait a minute. The introductory part, I want to go now to the presentation of Freelancer. I'm going to introduce the business that brought us here. And this is Freelancer.com. I think we are the ones who have sponsored the seminar, so I did not talk much about these other things. So let's go to Freelancer.com. Freelancer.com is a site that you would consider if you are looking for a job, if you want to look for labor, cheap labor, or if you want to look for people who can, if you are an entrepreneur and you want to connect either to other people outside your area, you want your job to be done perhaps with the right expertise, and if you also want to look for a job, is one site that connects, empowers entrepreneurs globally. Freelancer.com has over 7 million users at the moment. It is a site that actually is trusted by many people, and since it was started in the year 2009. So we are going to discuss what is site called Freelancer, actually that made us come to this particular place. Let's just discuss. It is one you need to know that it is the world's largest online outsourcing and crowdsourcing marketplace. And it was started in the year 2009 by somebody called Matt Barney, who is the chief executive, and it purchased a number of independent sites and brought them together to create Freelancer.com. Now, since I started working the Freelancer, I also had some other accounts in other sites like VWorker. I had an account VWorker.com. I had an account with Scriptplans.com. I also had an account with Lime Exchange. But and Freelancer too. But for the last 4 years, Freelancer.com bought all those sites that were very important. And buying all those sites made it one of the leading outsourcing and crowdsourcing marketplace in the world. Now, today the site has 7 million users around the world, and people from over 240 countries and regions and territories are benefiting. And as I said, we are going to discuss many benefits that you can get out of Freelancer.com. Now, to date, more than 4.2 billion projects have been outsourced globally. So 4.2 million, we are talking about perhaps maybe if each project benefited one person, we can say 4.2 million out of the 7 million there have benefited out of freelancer.com. And I see so many Kenyans joining freelancer.com because the last time I checked the number of Kenyans in freelancer.com, I think were about roughly between 25,000 and 30,000. Those people who are working online via freelancer.com, or those people who created an account there. And many areas, we have accountants, we have web designers, we have quite a number of writers. In fact, writers are the majority, those people who look for jobs on freelancer.com. So Freelancer provides an international marketplace for posting and bidding on project services and tasks. So it connects people all over the world. A person in Germany may want to get somebody to write, for order, and he will advertise that job in freelancer.com, and a person from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, or any other place can bid on that project, and after that, money will be exchanged out of that particular transaction. So the site connects small size businesses and entrepreneurs with the global labor force of freelance professionals. So in freelancer.com, you can get any professional you want. Now, let me take an example. Why would you want to go and hire somebody in freelancer.com if you are in Kenya? Now, we know that if you want to get somebody to do web design for you in Kenya, web design costs too much money in Kenya. But if you do that project in freelancer.com, counting that to do a good web design is about 10,000 Kenya shillings. If I want to do somebody to design my website for me, I can go and float that project in freelancer.com, and I will be able to get somebody to do that website for 2,000 shillings. So that is a service that is very expensive to do in Kenya, but I know I can get an Indian or a Pakistan or a Philippine person to do that for me. So just to think of a business. So if you can advertise that you offer web design services, and since people in Kenya know that web design services, you can get a good website at 10,000. You can actually advertise that service in Kenya, let people come and give you the 10,000, but you outsource this to outsource that project to an Indian who is going to do it at 2,000 shillings. So that is one benefit of freelancer.com. Here you would say that you can offer that service, but you get a profit of 8,000. So that is good profit. And in freelancer.com, since there is a rating system, you get a person who, and there are also some security measures that we are going to discuss about milestone payment systems and such. You can be sure of getting that quality work done, so that before you pay, you have a guarantee of quality. So let's look at how it works in freelancer. And we have several scenarios before we go. So, for an employer will post a project. That is, we post a project in a platform called Freelancer. Then bidders will be given an opportunity. Bidders are you and me, and people from all over the world who have accounts with Freelancer. Let's check, for instance, an employer needs a writer. He will post that project in freelancer.com, and then we are going to have many freelancers all over the world bidding to be given that opportunity. They are given that opportunity to submit applications, and the employer will interview online and compare bids. The the interview process is done through a private message board of freelancer. They have a sort of a private message board. For those people who have Facebook accounts, you realize that you have an inbox where there are people who want to talk to you directly can actually write a message. And you also have what you call a wall where that can be seen by other members who are Facebook members. But with this, you have also a private message board where an employer will come and interview you, and he will compare all those people who have submitted the bids, and after that, we go to the second one. The employer will select the bid. Now we will select the best person for that particular job. Then once select, in freelancer, an employer can select 3 people or even more. You can select 1 person or even more, as long as they give you or they have what it takes to do the particular project that you are advertising. So the employer will award the project to the best freelancers there. Then you as an employee, you will accept that job. And once you accept the job, the employer will set up a milestone. Now, what is a milestone? Now, we will discuss in detail what a milestone is, but a milestone is where a milestone payment is a type of payment that is left under the care of freelancer. You see, as I said, freelancer connects the employer and the employee. So, an employer may not trust the employee, and the employee may not trust the employer before. So what will happen? This employer will be asked to deposit some money with the middleman, and this middleman is freelancer.com. That's what we are calling the milestone payment or escrow. So freelancer will keep this money on behalf of the employer and employee, such that if the employer is satisfied with the work done by this employee, he will release the milestone. He will release that money, and the employee will actually take cash home. That's how it is. And I wish to encourage each and every person, if you are going to go to freelancer.com to look for work, make sure that the employer sets up a milestone. Which means that let's say put the money under care of freelancer.com so that when you finish that project, you get that money and all will be well. We are still discussing past case scenario. Then you as an employee, since you are sure about that the money is kept safe, and when you finish the project, you will be paid, you have that assurance. The employee will begin work. You, the worker, and you will perform as per the contract. In the contract, if you're given to do maybe some articles and you agree to the project that you do 10 articles. Once you complete you will begin the work as soon as you know that money is kept somewhere, such that when you finish the project and believing that you're going to do the project perfectly well, you are going to be given that particular amount of money later on. So if the project is completed as per guidelines, the employer will release the milestone. Talking about the milestone system, the milestone, you cannot withdraw that money and the employer cannot withdraw it. So it is kept there by a middleman such that the employer will always have the ability to release the money to you, and when the project is done and is completely satisfied. So the employer cannot take that money unless there will be a case. An employer will not take that money, and if he decides, if he wants his money, he has to go to a freelancer and explain to freelancer why he did not perform to if you have a dispute between you and your employer, the freelancer now will appoint a judge to arbitrate, and he will listen to both sides, the side of the employee and the side of the employer. And both of you are going to present evidence. And as soon as when freelancer sees arbitrator gets who is on the wrong, and he will, freelancer will give the money to whoever deserves that. If it is the employer, he will release the freelancer will release the money back to the employer. That is, if the freelancer is found or the employee is found not to have done according to the specifications of the project. He did not meet the project specifications, or there is something, or he did not meet deadline, or there is something that was against the contract. So freelancer will be the judge here, and will be protecting you so that you don't fall to the hands of scammers. So both the employee and the employer will review each other for the job well done. If the job is well done, we are going to, all the two of you will review each other, which means that you as an employee, there is a platform where you rate the employer and the employee will rate you. And remember, these ratings are permanent. So if you are given 1 out of 5, it means that any other person who wants to hire you will think twice before coming to you to get the services. So you must make sure that you are rated properly. Rated properly means that another employer will come to you and perhaps get an opportunity to invite you to do it for him. So here in freelancer.com, you have to make sure that all is done well, so that if you are rated well, another employer will come asking for you, and you win many projects. So if you do it badly and in a way that employer will be dissatisfied, you may get paid, but the rating will affect you in freelancer, and you may not win another employer. So we have the second case scenario where things did not work out and there is a dispute. That was a successful. The first case scenario was a successful project, and that is the one that I would encourage each and every person to go for. Make sure that the project that you win, an employer sets up a milestone so that it can protect both of you. Now, in the second case scenario where things did not work out, then you can go to where a dispute, there is a dispute resolution. Any user in freelancer.com who set up a milestone can dispute against another user. Perhaps maybe if you are told to do a project and you find you did it well, but the employer refused to release the money, then you can file a dispute. A dispute is just like a case. You take it to freelancer and you tell them that I want this product, I want my money because I did this as per the contract, and the employer is refusing to pay me. So there is a link to there is a dispute link, and I have explained how it is now. You can just read it. So you select the project that you are disputing. You are disputing the project against somebody. Then let's come to this point. You need to describe the issue in detail, the issue that brought that dispute. If you are launching a dispute, you need to describe it well. Perhaps maybe if you are told to write an article and you need an article really well, as per the specifications of the employer, you can say, I did this, but it has been maybe 2 weeks. We agreed that the project will end in 1 week. The employer is really dying, is not ready to pay me. So this dispute will come with a supporting show the articles. And of course, you need to, your communications for a freelancer to be treated well. All the communications have to be through the freelancer platform. So you describe the issue and finally enter the amount you are prepared to pay for the project if you are an employer. So if the project was $100 and you as an employer feel that this person did not satisfy me well and I can only pay him or her $50, then you have to indicate that you are willing to pay $50. And the employee will, then we say that, the employee has to also be given an opportunity to decide how much money he wants to be paid out of the project, out of the money that is kept by freelancer in form of escrow. Then the employer will be given the other party, whichever party that is on the wrong, the one that you are disputing again is the one that you have taken to court, because this is a court now. It is a court system. So it's only going to be given 4 days. If the other party is a freelancer, if you are a freelancer, you will be given 4 days to respond to the accusations. And the other party, if you are an employer, will be given 7 days to also respond to that accusation. And if you do not respond within the given days, then technically you will be out, and the person who accused you will carry the name. So you make sure that, because there may be some misunderstanding. You may be given a project and there is some kind of misunderstanding. So it is always better to communicate well with your employer, or if you are an employer with your employee. Why am I saying this? Because this is also going to show in your review. The person will rate, if you lose the case, you will be rated poorly. You will be given a 0/5, which can make your average in freelancer go down. And in that case, you will lose so many projects. Many employers will not be interested in hiring you. So make sure that if you have a dispute in freelancer, try to solve it as soon as possible, and try to solve it amicably. And I think it shouldn't go to that extent of having disputes. There is a third case scenario. We have talked about a first case scenario of a successful project. This is where we have milestone, and the milestone is paid, the amount is released, and you review each other well. The second case scenario was where there was a dispute in freelancer, and they decided to solve it through the dispute mechanism that is laid down by freelancer.com. Then the third case scenario is where there is no milestone. Remember, we said that we encourage you that you go for a milestone payment.